All right, so here we are, the long-awaited battle: Kodak Pro 400 versus Fujifilm Pro 400H. Why did I say that backwards? I have no idea. Probably because I'm just always putting Kodak first above Fujifilm. Maybe that's saying something about my bias. But we're gonna watch this video today. Someone named Film Supply Cup did a Fujifilm Pro 400 and Kodak Pro 400 film shootout. We're gonna see which one's actually better. We're gonna be judging this, seeing what we like more. Maybe it's Kodak, maybe it's Fujifilm. What I know now, I know I like Portra more because of the warm colors. I really like the overexposing of the highlights that make it look good. But maybe I haven't used Fujifilm properly. Maybe there's something I haven't done, right? Maybe there's a way I haven't shot it. I need to fix my posture. Holy shit. Posture's terrible. So let's judge it. We're going to watch this video together, and we're going to see who has the better flickies. So we're going to skip through and do all that fun stuff too. All right, let's watch it. Film Supply Cup, what an official name. I love that name. What a great brand.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls.
Oh my God.
Are you in for a treat today?
Are we really?
We have an
Yo, I am cringing so hard right now. I'm sorry to put you through this. I haven't seen this at all, but I see a bunch of expensive cameras.
wait for it. Breeding fun with Fuji 400H. Get ready for a show of your life.
Wait, why do those two people look the same? The soundtrack's amazing. Ooh, two expensive ass
So what I'm going to be doing
cameras.
is to keep both things very
This guy's
similar.
flexing.
I'm shooting both films with the Contact 645 80mm lens. One, because it's my go-to camera and I'm used to it. Instead of shooting 6.7, you get 16 frames on 120 film instead of 10 frames on a 6.7.
Okay, whatever. Well, I don't know what he just said, but what I think is important here is that he is using the exact same setup. That's really important because I've seen this video done before, but they have two different cameras, which I think makes a big difference.
And then I'm going to rate both films at 200 because Fuji 400H for sure needs a lot more light, needs to be overexposed, and Portra does just fine at that as well.
I've always thought that Fujifilm always look underexposed. Note to self, overexpose it. That makes me want to shoot Fuji now. That makes me want to shoot some Fuji now. That's the Fuji. Yeah, what is this shit? That's the Fuji right there. Okay. What's going on? Looks good. This is important. Okay, so I have like a nice ass iMac Retina display, and I'm trying to find the differences. I could say her cheek was a little bit more purple in the Fuji, maybe a little more goldenness in the Portra. Oh, God damn it, he didn't take the same frame.
One thing that Fuji has going for it is way better on the sealing process. So you always want to fold your film under if you just helps with the lab to get their film. And then Fuji has a nice little sticky portion there where Kodak you have to lick it.
Well, you don't want to be licking stuff in the middle of the woods. It's such a cool concept. He was like, yo, let me get an indie chick, do the cover for her band, and then we can also have her do the soundtrack. Oh, that was almost an amazing shot.
Right now, which is way darker than the backdrop, which is the sky, which is getting a lot more light. So this will be a test to see which of the films is going to retain the highlights a lot better.
Okay, it's crucial. All right, let's see this. Highlights. Okay, we're looking at the highlights. She looks perfectly shot, perfectly exposed. Well, that's a really nice shot right there. This is an important shot right here. All right, let's find the differences. I'm trying to find it. I think Portra looks a little bit more contrasty. If you look at the mountains, Portra's more contrasty, like it's darker. Fuji has like a softerness to it. The yellow's a little deeper in the Portra, a little more of a fade in the Fuji. The grass looks the exact same color. Am I colorblind? Ooh, this is an important shot. This is a really nice shot. The portrait shot's a lot nicer of her walking forward. I really like that shot a lot more than her looking to the side. The walking forward one has movement. But what are the differences? The portrait seems a little more saturated. I'm struggling here. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I want to act like I'm seeing something, but the Fuji just looks brighter here. I don't know if it's different brightnesses or what's going on, but the Fuji just looks a lot brighter. You know, the grass on the Fuji looks a little more washed out than the Kodak. I'm struggling. I'm not even gonna lie. Yo, I'm peeling so bad too. Look at this. Dude, I'm struggling. What's the difference? I'm hoping this guy just tells me the difference so I can figure it out then. Because I really can't figure it out.
Every morning I wake up.
I'm going to get copyrighted for
What we
this
have
fucking
now is a last little bit of light heading over the hills, and so I want to test these films shot front lit.
'Cause I'm pretty, I'm smart, I am kind, I do my part. Why can't I believe this?
They look the fucking same. They look the same. Am I struggling here? I'm struggling so hard here. They look the same.
Oh, I wish I had a hold of these thoughts that do the opposite of these
Oh wait, this is a telling one right here. Oh, the Fuji feels a little more warm, and the Kodak feels a little bit more blue. Like, see the background of it looks a little more warm. The foreground and the portrait, like right around here, looks a little darker, more saturated. Though, you get more golden colors with the Fuji Pro400, but that's, you know, he's also giving it a lot of light. It's very important. No, I kind of like the vibe of the Fuji more. The Fuji has a nice yellow, like warm yellow vibe to it. I actually like that a lot.
So this is that situation with still folded under, but with Kodak, you've got to give it a lick, like a stamp. Exposing again for.
Yeah, if this guy wasn't wearing a beanie and glasses, I'd be very disappointed. Okay, let's look at this. Yeah, the Fuji just feels a little bit more golden. A little bit more faded yellow golden, as the portrait it feels like a little bit more bluish purple, darker blacks. Right? Oh, whoops, sorry, I muted it. I didn't mean to mute it.
Shot with full front lit, and then now we're shooting it backlit. So I'm gonna make sure that I've got this, the hills as the backdrop that are happening. I want to expose for Molly here.
Listen to what I was told.
Ooh, okay, so I like the Fuji Pro400 more. I like the Fuji Pro400 more. Look at it, it's a little more yellow, a little bit more golden. Yeah, that's nice. The Kodak's a little more contrasty, a little more blue. I know Kodak Portra 800 is a little different though.
these lies, they
Oh yeah, see, big difference. I think I want to shoot some Pro 400 now.
Who I am, I let their voices live inside my head. Oh, I wish I had a hold of these thoughts to do the opposite of ease my way.
Yeah, I don't know. I thought Kodak was gonna blow Fujifilm out of the water. I thought Kodak was gonna blow Fujifilm out of the water, but right? Look at this. Which one do you like more? Let me know in the chat. Which one do you like more? The Fuji shot or the Kodak shot? I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of struggling on this one. I'm struggling. There's a few instances where I like the Fuji more, but that's about it. I can hardly tell the difference.
I would be okay.
The portrait backdrop looks a little more faded, but it could have just been a cloud on the ridge. He took them pretty close together, though. See, I just can't tell. I love that she's like 40 with the bald head too, by the way.
I would be okay.
What a beautiful video. This video is very cinematic. He's like, I really like this. Like, he's not talking too much. Just a nice soundtrack while she's playing live. That's actually really nice. I really like what this guy did this video. Let's look at the shots. This is like a typical fashion shot, right? So let's see what we see. I can't tell. Besides, maybe the backdrop of the Fuji is a little bit more faded, and the portrait has a little. The portrait feels like it has a little bit more detail, as opposed to the Fuji. Kind of has less detail in the backdrop. You see it? You can kind of like. Here's my mouse. Look at my mouse. Like right here. You can kind of see how blurry that is, but then over here. Behind her, you can even see my mouth on stream. Okay, you can see it. Cool. More detail. I kind of like less detail. Focuses on the subject. Yeah, she's belting, huh? These cinematic slow mos.
I would be
Beautiful shot.
okay.
Love these shots. These shots are very nice. All right, portrait. Here we go. Dude, I'm struggling, dude. I think I figured it out. The Fuji has a less Fuji has a softer background, and the background's like color-wise, it's washed out a little bit. You kind of see this goldenness behind her. This has a little bit more darker, contrasty background. The Fuji kind of has like this. You see, the Fuji has like, you know, on Instagram where it says fade. The Fuji has a bit more of a fade than the Kodak.
I'll be okay.
Please remember that it's very important to note that he's also giving the Fujifilm a lot of light. With film, you can overexpose by like a stop or two. So I think he's doing like maybe a half stop or a full stop over for the Fujifilm because it needs a lot of light.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a winner, and the winner is Braden Flynn.
Yes! Woo! Woo! Yeah! Oh, I feel so good about this. I knew it. Really, and the point of doing this whole thing is to show there's not actually a winner, but everything that we're doing is
Oh my
showing
God.
that as you're shooting, it's
He didn't even choose a winner. Oh my God. How are you gonna say heavyweight championship battle and not even give me a conclusion?
really intentional. You're shooting with a decision in mind, and you're trying to get a certain result with a certain action. From there, we shot it front
Yo, whoever's watching, let me know what you liked more.
lit, we shot it backlit, and with that though, you're able to see sort of with Kodak versus Fuji how those two films look. And there is a difference, but it really comes down to a preference. There's so many different things that you can do with film, and this is just another way for you to get
All right,
an
let's see what he
example
says,
of how
though.
these things look. So you don't have to go out and do the test yourself. You can make decisions based on what you like, hopefully from what you've seen here.
This is me in like 10
And
years.
Yeah, that's what we got. So we're gonna have a lot more of these coming your way, and thanks for watching.
Yo, I love this guy. we've been finding some amazing photography YouTube channels that makes me feel like I don't try hard enough. These guys, the editing and the aesthetic is so nice. Let's look at these guys on YouTube. I want to leave a comment. We should leave a comment. Say, wonderful video, man. Oh, let's look at the comments. Let's see what the comments said. Why didn't we just watch YouTube video to begin with? Why did we watch it on Petapixel? Yeah, I thought they looked the same. Everyone else says they look the same. Very surprising that Fuji and Kodak look so familiar. Yeah, I like the Fuji tones too. Got some Fuji tones. I said, I'm going to tell him, first of all, oh my God. Okay. First of all, wonderful video. Wonderful video. I'm using wonderful. Wonderful video editing. I also have to tell him, and they both looked the same, except Fuji has a more washed out. Fuji has a more washed out, less detail background, and more of a fade to it. There we go. Saved them all.